like,
no. Let me give you context. She walked in. Can I speak to your master? The master ain't got time for listening to messengers with what. Who are you?
They deserve some of
They're
that.
like, no. Then I'm afraid I have to tell this person to myself. You impertinent little child. Get out. Oh wait. What the
You
rules
have
of
to give me some
hospitality?
food or something
But
before.
like, if I then feed her, then kick her out. And then I was like, I was waiting for the moment. I was thinking she was gonna show the demonstration of her skill right then. But once again, for a hot head, she showed a little bit of restraint. Like, you know what?
Yeah, that's
Let
why.
me eat. Let me
Yeah.
just. That's one of those moments where you snap to the point where you take a deep breath. You know that. I don't know if it's ever happened where you just see that the character go like.
You're too pissed off, man. It's like Kevin Hart makes this joke that sometimes you're so pissed off that words don't even come out.
Yeah, let me just eat.
What is up, everybody? This is Mr. Extraordinary back with yet another video. I'm not alone. This is Africa is Next podcast. So we're just gonna do a bit something a bit different, which is something I saw from Develop. This is me becoming the Sharingan. Using the Sharingan. So I just want people to introduce themselves. So let's start with Buckmeister with his sword over there.
It's a light. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of, as he said, African Snacks Podcast. It's your boy Buckmeister Cool, twice the nice that you are used to, Shablemson. You can check me out on Meister Geek Media on YouTube and Buckmeister Cool Reacts on YouTube. You can also check me out on Buckmeister Cool on all of my social medias, from the TikTok to the Twitter to the Instagram, or X, I guess, whatever. And yeah, I'm here to talk about some Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Nice. Develop, hit the floor, mate.
Konnichiwa minasan. Watashi wa develophala desu ka? Hajime mashita. Hi.
Senpai.
What?
That was good.
We don't have a
Kala
budget for
senpai.
subtitles.
Omedeto.
All right, that's of you guys. I'm Develophala, co-host of the Nerdgasm podcast and host of the Geek Spot. Both are on my channel at KC Media. The links are down below or somewhere. My socials are my name and surname basically, so you can find me anywhere there. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will not use my usual catchphrases in this channel. I've signed a gag order.
And over to you, Pila.
Yo, hi everyone. I'm Pila. I guess you can find me on everyone else's platforms. You can find me here on Africa is Next. You can find me on Nerdgasm. I will be there. Short and sweet.
All right, cool, man. So yeah, guys, we're just taking a break from Bleach. We've been doing Bleach for a while.
No. Tell them the truth.
This is the filler
Yes,
episode.
it's a filler.
Yeah.
I want you to feel it. Do you feel frustrated? Do you feel like you're supposed, right in the middle, or we're supposed to think?
Bleach for real. After Ichigo defeats Grimjo, this is what happened. So yeah,
I feel the frustration.
We're back in Karakura town.
Now you can relate. We want to give an authentic Bleach experience.
yeah.
Now that you felt it, thank you.
But we're still gonna give you some sword fights, so
You know?
it's not that bad. So anyway, so we want to talk about a series that came out recently on Netflix. It's called Blue-Eyed Samurai. So yeah, we're just gonna be talking about the first 2 episodes, and
Do you guys think we should finish this though? Because I mean, it's only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can do it in. I mean, we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out.
I think we'll give it the Kizazimoto treatment. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, this
I
can
think
be
same with
the initial half, and then I guess
Yeah.
we'll talk about the entire series when we're all caught up.
Yeah.
Because
So-
I'll tell you now, from me who finished the show, I think that what's this? I don't know how I'm gonna phrase it. Let's just get into the episode, and then I'll talk to you guys later. I won't spoil it. I'll do my reviews how I used to do my reviews.
All right, Len.
Just to remind me, sorry, because I was, it's Netflix, so it just jumps to the next. Episode 2 is up to where?
The Four Fangs.
Yeah.
The Four Fangs. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. The Four Fangs. And then
wait, do they just get sent in episode 2? Is it
no.
Oh, she fights them in episode. Oh, okay, she fights them
at the end of the episode. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Shout out to her being superhuman.
I just have a question for you guys. What were your initial thoughts when you saw this trailer or you saw this on Netflix?
I didn't see a trailer. I just heard a bunch of people that I know on Twitter like it. So I was like, let me check this out. And yeah, that's kind of how I got into the show.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I learned it from you guys.
Oh.
Like, I was like, what, blue-eyed what? Pluto who? I was busy minding my own business, watching Justice League. Like, going back, my nostalgia feels like the good old days. Like, life was so much easier back then. And then, hey, Blue-eyed Samurai. Okay, let me just see this. So,
right. Okay, no problem.
I got it from YouTube. There was like a lot of promo on YouTube for this. There was like a lot of behind the scenes.
Oh.
I think they even put up the entire first episode on YouTube.
Wow.
Oh.
I think anime is, I think Netflix is pushing this. Maybe it's a franchise they want to make into something big.
Cultural appropriation. Yeah, do it.
Unless if it bought, because I remember with Cobra Kai, when it came out, the first 2 episodes were on YouTube, and then the other episodes were on YouTube Red, if you remember. YouTube. Then Netflix bought the IP and started premiering like all the other seasons on Netflix. So
I mean, I don't know how long they're going to be able to stretch this story for if they want to make it like a long-standing IP. That, like, in my opinion, if they try and do that, it's going to be a mistake because this thing it doesn't have a lot of juice for a long time.
It's giving Afro Samurai. You can't just say there'd been suddenly there's an Afro Samurai season 5.
Yeah.
Afro Samurai could have benefited from a longer season though. Like 5 episodes was not enough for that story. But like at the same time, it didn't need. It's not like it needs 3 seasons to tell that story.
No.
Yeah,
there seems to be like a template of sorts of these lonely samurai warriors who have a foil character following them around, and they are out for revenge or they have a specific mission. I mean, we've seen this, like you guys have mentioned now, Afro Samurai. We've also seen this in Blood. Is it Blood D Lust? No, not Blood D Lust. What was it again? With the half vampire guy. You guys know it? Vampire D Lust.
Huh? Is it? I don't know. There's the half vampire guy, but he didn't have.
It's not. I'm thinking Blood plus something.
It was on his hand, though. The body was basically on his hand, if you remember. And there was that chick, the blonde-haired chick.
Okay, I don't think I've seen this one. But I mean, it's in a lot of samurai literature. There's a lot of, like, Ronin or whatever, which was adapted by Frank Miller, also has this thing where it's a lone Ronin samurai and a cub and all of those things. I mean, basically, and Ronin was, I think it was like I don't know if it was the impetus, but I think it helped influence the creation of Samurai Jack. So this whole thing of a lone warrior on a journey type thing. I mean, it's not even like it's specific to samurai, but like there's a lot of samurai stories like that. So that's like, I think to me, this is a very generic premise, but that's not a bad thing. I think that's not where the criticism for me comes from. I'm like, yeah, I don't mind the generic, okay, we got to get here type of storyline. One thing I'll say is, fam, she's mad.
I also like that they included an Asian cast for this. Like, it's actually Asian voices, that are voicing some of these characters. For instance, the buddy, the guy with the chef, I think he's a chef.
Oh, the dude with the stubs, yeah.
Yeah, he's voiced by the guy who played Hiro Nakamura in Heroes. What's his name again? Yeah, and then you have Brenda Song, who plays the lady who's supposed to get married by that guy who got his hair chopped off.
Oh, what's Akemi?
Tiger.
Yeah, Akemi.
I legitimately was so disappointed that he survived.
She couldn't kill him. She wasn't there to.
Why not?
Yeah, he's the Sasuke of the story, dude.
No,
No, it's not even that he's the Sasuke. It's just that if she did that, now she would have schools of samurai having to chase her down. That's already going to make whatever her mission is.
This happened in the second episode?
First.
Oh, no. This happens in the first episode. But I'm saying she couldn't kill him because she had to. Because if she did, then it's going to be a mission of every samurai in that region or whatever has to hunt her down. And they have to start sending resources and things. And already she has to kill so many people already. So she was just prioritizing, how do I make this less efficient for me? Because she was there for a particular thing. She wasn't there to kill the samurai.
Then I would have blinded him.
Could we say that?
But then you get the same problem, Tebelo. She was trying to be practical.
He's still alive, isn't he?
Yeah, but then you've dishonored his house. Now
he was already dishonored.
Okay, guys,
he was dishonored alone, but he has to get the honor alone. It's not like it involves the school. If you disable him as a samurai, then it involves the school because now you've insulted the entire
How many
school.
blind swordsmen are there out there? I thought it would have been a nice counter weave, He learns the value of seeing people from the inside, not judging people by his appearance. And then he learns to find his own inner strength that way. I thought it would be a nice counter story,
They're not trying to do that in this story, my guy.
There's too many blind samurais. No.
Sorry,
I just wanted
us
to just at least touch a bit on what the story is about. In case there's someone who doesn't watch the show at all, just to have an idea.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Oh, should I go ahead or do you want to take it?
Please go ahead.
Okay, so basically, Mizu over here is born in a time when Japan has closed their borders. So apparently, in the olden days, Japan was hella racist. I mean, they like.
Okay. I'll guess. Do you know about the Japanese history? Should I?
Some of it, but you can give us some context if you like.
Okay, there was a very chaotic, very dangerous time called the Warring States period. That's where you hear many of the famous names like Hattori Hanzos and things like that. They come from that period of time.
What's the name of the period?
It's basically, they just call it the Warring States period.
Was it before the Edo or after?
It was before.
Okay.
Because after it actually led to the formation of the Edo period. So that's why you see other names like the Tokugawa clan and how it rose to prominence and stuff like that through that period. And because of that whole chaotic bloodletting, the shogun who won in the end, I forgot his name. Don't come at me. He instilled certain rules that prohibited a whole lot of movement.
Right.
That's why you even see here that people who are traveling need to have a pass, basically.
Yes.
But then people who can travel, I need to be of a certain class. So if you're a farmer, guess what? Yes, if you're born in Order lands, you're going to be a farmer in Order lands until the day you die. You have to be merchants and upwards.
Also,
you have to be a male or something.
Yeah, you have to be a male, of course. What is this woman going to be doing?
So the trade also played a part in this.
So trade, because of a whole lot of people think that the Warring State periods was all samurai swords and spears, when in fact they had a heck of a lot of muskets. In fact, at that period of time, there were more other arquebuses in Japan than there were in Europe.
There were more what?
Guns.
Oh, okay. Yes, okay. Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, that's like the impetus of the story is that Mizu's trying to track down this gun trader, right. And so she's born in a time where Japan is hella racist, and I mean, when you consider the history and you're just like, yeah, they have beef with white people, you're like,
they have beef. You see, there's a major difference between. It's not just racism. It's basically a Puritan society. Their ideology is to keep the Japan, quote unquote, the Holy Lands pure. And now, if this white person is busy fornicating in your lands and breeding, he's spawning monsters in their eyes. It's not necessarily creating humans.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I see that as well, but I still view it more as the racism because racism, maybe that's not the term. But I view it as they have a strong prejudice due to the things that I mean, because
Yeah.
this series also it justifies them closing the borders. You don't get
Right.
to the end of the series and you're just like, maybe Japan should have opened up. No, nope, nope, no. Like you get to
Yeah.
it when you get to it, but no. And it's just like you do feel for Mizu though, because when you go through some of her story and I'll tell you now, the backstory does get deeper with her. Like they do get into other things and it does expand and get a lot larger, especially with her character. Like this show, I will definitely give it this. It definitely does give you Mizu in three dimensions.
Yes.
You don't just get her in one dimension
She's
and
not a
all of that
flat.
stuff.
She's not a flat character.
No. She's
Yeah.
not a flat character. In fact, I will say she gets better as the story progresses.
Right. So this is a revenge plot basically?
Yeah,
Right?
but yeah, basically, what's this? So she wants revenge on her father for her miserable life. She does not know who her father is yet. And apparently, when we're introduced to the story, she's already killed one of the, because apparently there's like 4 white dudes in all of Japan. She's already killed one of them, so she's tracking down the other 3. And that's where we are in the story.
Because according to her, one of them should be her dad. That's why she wants to
Yes.
kill all of them.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity matters. It's like
Okay.
you and I what I like, okay, I like that it's not just like the cut and dry, you killed my mother, so I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
It's basically a revenge on her miserable existence. This is the ultimate. It's different enough to make it apply as a revenge story, but not the same run up the mill
But
revenge
I
story.
am Montego Montoya. You've
Yeah.
killed my
Did the
father.
mother?
Prepare to die.
Didn't the dad kill the mother? Or am I?
One of them, yes.
Yeah. No, I wanted to just say that it's. I don't think she ever do we. Okay, I'll find out later whether she has memories of her mom or anything like that. All I know is her mom was taken advantage of, and her existence is a sin. And all I see from the story so far is that she's really doesn't want to. She really doesn't like her existence so much so she demands vengeance.
Not so much that she hates her existence, but she hates how everybody treated her, and that created
Yeah.
a
No,
miserable.
I mean it's twofold.
But,
It's
yeah.
twofold because if you look at the way she talks about herself, like especially when you spend time with the blind guy or whatever, you see she does have a lot of self-loathing. But
True.
she's more mad at the fact that like what's this that she has to go through this thing rather than like it's not just her mom and her being self-loathing as well. It is a thing of this dude brought me into this world and he left me here and he made me go through these horrible things. How dare you?
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, it's basically it's like it's Kill Bill in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Afro Samurai because it's a whole revenge plot and a bit
But
of
Afro had more of a direct line, and it was also more about the cycle in Afro. This one feels more about like it's like in Afro, it felt more about the numbers as well. Like Afro wanted the headband as well. Like getting justice was like, yeah, that's great. But also he wanted the headband. Whereas this, she doesn't really gain anything at the end of I mean, Afro didn't gain anything at the end of it because I'm sick of hearing about that headband. It's just a piece of cloth. Anyone can make it.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that is that cloth imperishable? Can nobody fake it?
Well, I don't know.
It
There
looks
seems
cool.
implied you wouldn't want to fake it because of how many people would come after you.
No, the number 1 headband, only the
No.
number 2 can go after you. That's the rules.
No,
Yeah,
they
that's
don't.
why
They don't
I
follow that in
expect the
Afro
headband to
Samurai.
go.
So many people attacked him when he was number 1.
No, because he put away his headband.
No, he
He's
didn't
like,
put it away.
yay.
No, he didn't put it away. Like if you check, okay, slight tangent, guys. You know how we do. If you check the movie, the Afro Samurai movie, right?
Yes.
He gets attacked on the bridge by like a whole army, and that's when he was the number 1. So
Isn't that a flashback though?
yeah, it's a flashback, but it's the fact that they attacked him when he was the number 1. You were
No,
not
isn't
the
that a
first.
flashback to him when he's number 2?
No. If you look at the headband, it's the number 1 headband. He doesn't have the number 2.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Okay.
I mean, I'll also have to check it, but I remember it being the number one because I remember there's like the reason they say only the number two can do it is because only the number two would have the skills necessary. Anyone else who would try and attack the number one, it would end up the way it ends up usually.
Because the reason I have to ask this is that why then would Afro Samurai have to go all the way to go kill that poor number two to get his hand back so that he can go challenge the new number one in that same movie?
Because the honor of the whole thing is that Afro had to prove he had the skills again. If he doesn't have the number two, it's very likely that he won't be able to kill the number one. Again, this is about pieces of cloth. Don't look for too much logic.
Well, okay. And back to our regularly
back to the Asian samurai. Let's leave the black samurai for another day.
Clearly, we need to have a discussion about Afro Samurai. But basically, I was just saying there's certain similarities between this character and some of the characters that we've been.
She's way more emotional than Afro. Afro was like kind of until you see his father. Yeah. Or like you get to see breaks in the armor during the Afro Samurai movie. But for the most part, he's able to switch off his emotions very easily. Mizu doesn't do that.
I'm assuming she's wearing glasses so that she can hide her eyes, right?
Yes, that's the whole point. But I'm saying like that's the thing. If somebody was mocking Afro because he was a black dude, it would not affect him in the slightest. He'd kill you and move on with his day. Whereas Mizu will make it a personal mission if you say something about her eyes.
Sure. No, I just meant in terms of like being like it being a revenge plot.
Oh, okay. No, I see that.
Yes. Character design wise, she kind of reminds me of Jin from Samurai Champloo, but at the same time, I guess her weight works to advantage because people assume that she's a guy, you know. And I sort of called it, usually if this was in Japanese, I would have been like, okay, this is that type of situation where we have a Naruto or a Goku, or a Luffy. But when she went to the red light district and then the women wanted to touch her and she didn't want, I was like, this one.
No, I knew it from the voice. I knew it from the voice actress. I was like, this is a woman. I can tell.
That's why I'm saying if it was Japanese, because sometimes in Japanese they have women who voice male roles.
And on that note, okay, yeah, maybe I'm the last person to speak, but oh god, whenever I see titties and boobs in animation, it makes me feel so weird. It's like, ew. Ew.
To be fair, we got a lot of peen. There was
a lot. Same WhatsApp group. Good luck, I to. It's a drawing.
Yeah, this is not.
There were
this is not a kid-friendly anime at all.
Definitely not.
Oh no!
Look at the Bellows wallpaper and tell me they were aiming for kid-friendly. Like,
yeah.
This thing advertised itself from the jump because even in the trailer, I think they cut fingers.
What are you talking about? That image, Mr. Extraordin's image, is typical shonen. This is Kenshin. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like even if you say typical shonen, like I mean typical shonen, I see what they do. I kind of understand it where they imply the violence more often than not. Like they'll show you a shot of a hand, but it'll be like obscured to the center or the side. It's only the more graphic animes where you actually will get to see the hand like flopping on the floor and all of that stuff. So I think with this, they've been very explicit with the violence. They were just like, yeah, no, if you ever think your kid can watch this.
What is Fist of the North Star? Is it shonen or is it seinen?
It's shonen. It's still shonen.
With all that blood?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they were less... They added rules as the times went on. Like in the 80s, there was a lot of wild stuff. Like I remember seeing a clip. I don't even know where it's from, but they were playing this hero music, and it's this chick in a golden bikini with a sword, and she's just killing these soldiers in some of the most violent ways possible. And you just hear this hero music like it's Link in the background on a journey. You just hear dun 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 dun, dun and you just it's like this is confusing.
Right.
So my big issue was just that just too much Beans. What was the language? It's what?
I think you called it butts and ball. What? Butts and ball?
Balls, beans, and buns. There you go.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, get ready for more of that as you
Ew.
continue.
I just was forward. I am entirely whenever I watch anything animated, I revert back to being a 6-year-old kid. So every time I see that,
I guess if this
I'm
was
like,
not picked up by
my innocence. No.
if this wasn't picked up by Netflix, it probably would have been picked up by Adult Swim, I'm assuming.
It certainly would have.
I
I
don't
mean,
think so.
this
think
also goes back to the debate. Is this
HBO.
anime? Is it?
yeah, I would. Well, again, anime.
Okay,
Anime
one.
is Japanese for animation. Like, let's just say that.
Okay, I hear you there, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but now what you're debating is you're debating cultural sensibilities. I think style-wise, it takes a lot of anime influence, but there's a lot of Western sensibilities in this thing.
Yeah, I mean, it
You
was,
are being Joe Biden. You know exactly
I'm
what I
not
mean.
being Joe
I know exactly what I mean. I'm
No.
trying to political correctness.
No.
Is this anime? I just heard. I know what you're doing.
Senators, senators.
It's about sensibilities. It's
Senators.
anime is animation in Japanese.
It is.
No, you know exactly what I
On a
mean.
point of order, honorable
Yes.
members,
let me just share my screen quickly.
let me give you a very simple answer. Oh, okay.
I just wanted to, yeah. So basically, he's the writer. Him and his wife wrote this show, Michael Green.
And that answers my question. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
But it's a good
what,
show.
Anime can only be in Japan. Is that what
Yes.
you're saying?
Yes.
That's my answer.
Yes, it
Flat
is.
out, it has to.
It's the same thing with Castlevania. We don't have this. Nobody confuses Castlevania. It's a really nice animated show.
Or Avatar, right?
Or Avatar.
No, but
Or Samurai Jack.
There's arguments for that because of the anime influence and the anime influence in Samurai Jack. There's a
But
lot
it's
of
not an
influence in
anime.
Samurai
I think to maybe add on to what Buckmaster's saying. So basically, these people, what they do is they come up with the storyline, they do the storyboarding, they do animatics, but then they take they outsource animation from Japan or Korea. So you find that Avatar: The Last Airbender, for instance, I know with The Legend of Korra, it was done by Studio MIR. I don't know if it's Studio MIR or whatever. That's a Japanese studio. The Boondocks as well. We might not consider it to be anime, but it was animated
But I'm
by
saying when you talk about anime, right?
Was it-
Tangent again, audience. You know how we do.
I know this is not a tangent. This is very important
Okay.
discussion.
When
And
we
it's
talk
also
about anime, right? When we talk about anime, if we look at the way jokes are made, and like this is across the board. If you look at the way Oda does a joke, to the way that Masashi does a joke, to the way that Akira did jokes, and all of that stuff, you will find there is similar sensibilities because that is the Japanese humor. Like if you look at the way they set up their towns and the town structure, that's based on Japan structure and all of those things. If you look at the interactions, Kurosaki-kun and Sasuke-kun and Naruto-chan and Ba-chan and all of that stuff, that's all Japanese culture, essentially. Like if you were to take that animation style, for example, perfect example, Kizazimoto, right? Kuzi, Spirit Racer. That looks a lot like somebody said Studio Trigger, Kill la Kill, all of that stuff. That stuff looks hardcore anime. Like if you look at it, you look at the character designs, you look at the shape language, a lot of that stuff looks like anime. I mean, even to the point where Mkuzi does this racing thing and then his face goes all big and you see nothing but teeth. I've seen that shot in anime all the time.
It's kind of like Kuli Kuli as well, right? Or am I?
I guess so. But the point is that if you look at that and that style and everything, but then if you look at the way they did the jokes, if you look at the way they did Imalapo, Zobamba, all of that stuff, right? And also, the clapping of the hands and all of that stuff. That's South African culture. Those are South Africanisms that are unique to us. Right. But if you look at the style of the short, it is very much influenced by that anime. So if we want to say anime, we should be talking about the culture behind the animation rather than the style of animation, because the way people draw is the same way people draw. The same way people construct in Japan is the same way people construct in America or here or whatever. Drawing is drawing.
Look,
But if we're talking about it, I would, if you're talking about the Japanese culture in this thing, I would say it's not. Then we could say this is a Western animation with anime influence, if that's what you want to classify it as. But in terms of it being an anime, then if that's what you mean, yeah, okay. It's a Western animation with anime influence, if that's what you mean. But I'm just saying,
okay. No, please go ahead. I'll come after you.
All right. Anyway, all I'm saying is that like don't box it too much, because that's what makes it difficult for other people outside of Japan to kind of get into this thing. Like you've got people here that love the anime style, but they're not going to be able to do that stuff that Masashi and Oda do when they tell jokes, because it will feel weird.
I just want to preface this with two things. Number one, it looks ridiculous. I'm an African person who's gatekeeping what is anime and what isn't anime. But like optics aside. Right. Number two, I'm also aware that the rules of what happens in studios have changed a lot. I mean, there's a lot of outsourcing. I mean, I think Boruto, a lot of the animation was outsourced to French animation studios. And like, you know what I mean? So there's a whole lot more globalized world, right? But you said it perfectly. This is a anime influenced Western series. I would not group this in anime, but it's really well made. I wouldn't say, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the Drake of anime. You know what I mean?
I think something that I actually wanted, the more you guys were talking, I started thinking about, even with live action, when you look at a film like Rush Hour, you wouldn't really consider that a Hong Kong show brothers thing, but it has a lot of Asian influence in it, with the kung fu and sort of like
really? The moment you just see Jackie Chan, it's automatic. It's like, I mean, are you telling me Jackie Chan has acted in in your mind, in the minds of people watching, that is, Jackie Chan has appeared in a non-Asian Asian movie?
I mean, even Rumble in the Bronx.
And Rush Hour.
Like even Rumble in the Bronx, like Rumble in the Bronx doesn't give you, like, there's a lot of kung fu in it, but you're not. It doesn't feel like an Ip Man. Like Ip Man feels like a Chinese production, whereas Rumble in the Bronx, it just feels like it's an American company using the talents of Jackie Chan.
Yes,
I guess that's what. But the only thing is that the reason you have to be careful with that is that these things are for marketing. Right. Like the term anime is for marketing. When I say this is an anime, like people automatically want to go, okay, it's got to have this and this and this. I usually like this and this and this. I think check it out. I mean,
we should pose this question to the TikTok viewers, to the
Instagram
stuff.
I mean, I'll say this.
Let me just ask. Let's ask the viewers. What criteria does an animation production have to meet to be qualified as an anime in your mind? I really want to know, because it's the more things go into the future, the more nuanced this title anime is going to become. And that's the reality we all have to come to terms with.
Well, I just wanted to say this before we wrap up on this particular thing and get back to the show. It's just that there was a video by White Manga, and you guys know him as well.
Yes,
and there's also
actually.
Yes, and there was a video that he was doing where he was compiling this thing together, and this Japanese journalist was just saying that the term anime it's just a thing for marketing. Like when Japanese are talking about Western cartoons, they classify them as Western anime. So like the whole thing is like, if like it's nice to have the debate, it's nice to have the thing, but people get way too wrapped up in all of these terms and all of that stuff.
It also brings up to the question, so what defines a manga?
Yeah.
What defines a comic?
Yeah, it's like that whole thing. Even White Manga spoke about that in one of his YouTube videos, that manga is basically comics made in Japan. It's like the whole thing of us making it manfra or manhwa, or it's like, or even Afro manga. It's basically comics. At the end of the day, it's comic books.
Yeah, I'm saying those things are necessary for marketing. Like they're necessary. It's just, if you're talking of like what people want to debate is the core of the thing. If we look at an anime and we look at something like Blue-Eyed Samurai, the process is the same. It's just that the culture is different. But at the end of the day, if you want to say that this is it would be right to say that Avatar is a Western animation with anime influence.
Right.
That's not. You shouldn't want to fight people over that, but Avatar fans want to fight you. Same way if I say that Blue-Eyed Samurai is a Western animation because of the way the structure and the things are written. If you look at the way they deliver the lines in this as well, and all of those catchphrases, and the way that stuff is shot.
Yeah,
It's like from an American. It's like that American framing and everything. It's not like
the facial
anime
expression.
doesn't do shots like this.
Yes,
Like,
facial expressions and things like maybe characters just falling because someone says something dumb. We don't have those things, we don't have those moments that actually make you think, oh, this is anime.
Yeah, that's what Pila's talking about for everybody that's going to get upset at him.
And also, I mean, I like that that iteration, the classification you just put out, because from a certain point of view, one could argue that Yu-Gi-Oh is a Egyptian comic done by the Japanese.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And how can you dispute it? So much Egyptian everything is involved around it.
And then I will kill the pharaoh.
Same thing happens with Finland Saga, where and even Full Metal Alchemist. I mean, it's not a German comic.
No, I mean, even if you look at JoJo, like Jotaro was based off of Clint Eastwood.
Yes, that's true.
But
right.
This is the thing, though. I feel like we're over intellectualizing it. Everybody knows what we mean. Everybody knows. You know what's an anime, what isn't. We all know.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling.
It's like the Force. You just watch it. You just know what you know. It's like you feel.
Yeah.
Okay, then according to
It's
the Force feeling, no, this is not an anime.
Yeah, like
you know. Shout out to Netflix for selling it as one, but it's cool.
Let me tell you what sold it for me. That told me, right now, this isn't an anime. I immediately, when it started and I had English, the first thing I looked at was audio options. I was like, where's the
Oh
yeah.
Right.
They only had Hindu. I was like, what?
See, that's not a good sign. If you're trying to sell it as
that was the first thing I looked for. It's like, I wanted in your original.
It was Japanese voice actors here. I was waiting for them. I wanted to switch because that's what I like to do. Like, that's another thing, I guess, that's an anime thing. Like with Pluto, right? I would watch one episode because Pluto's straight up, we can agree, anime.
Yeah.
From the way that it looks. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, and also they do the anime things and the way their stuff is shot and the action. Because also the action that you look in here, it's a lot of Hollywood action in here.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of 100 guys are coming at one person, and then there'll be guys in the
And
back.
they're waiting. They're waiting for their turn.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you guys trekked so hard to come here to kill this person. Why are you just waiting in the background? That's
I think it's one of the things I like. Okay, I don't know. Have you watched the Battle with the Four Fangs, Mr. Extraordin?
No.
Okay, so let me not spoil it.
If you need to watch,
Please, that's episode 2. Please just go ahead. It's okay.
Okay. Anyway, but like before we get to that, it's also like Samurai Jack when Samurai Jack when he's fighting hundreds of people. There'll be times when people are waiting. Also like Aku when Jack was fighting Aku's dad. There's literally times in the animation where the Aku soldiers are just behind and they're just doing this.
Yeah.
While Samurai Jack's dad is being.
That's why I like Gendy Taranovsky's Star Wars or Clone Wars 2D, because those Jedi use the Force. So it's like if anybody's running, Mace Windu would just use the Force to just push them away.
No, those animations, I love it, but the Force is overpowered in this one. Like the things Yoda and Mace were doing, and everybody else, like literally Yoda reversed a ship from docking. It's like, oh look, it's gonna deposit more troops. Stop. Back those troops back in the ship, close the ship, fly back up, collapse. I was like, why go through all that effort?
You know what's weird? I feel like in a few years, like in a year or 2 years, there's some video essay that's gonna go viral on YouTube, and it's probably gonna be called "Did Netflix Kill Anime?" Because there's like a lot of things happening in the Netflix mechanism where I'm like, this is a red flag. We're all riding the ship right now, but I'm seeing a lot of red flags.
I
Like,
agree.
I think as
I
long as
agree with that
no, I
observation.
think the way the Japanese engine is set up, it's the thing that kind of puts them over Western media. I mean, also it's a detriment to the creators a little bit, but but at the same time, it's a I don't know. It's like what they call it, a double-edged sword. There we go. Like we're always going to be getting content. Like the Japanese are always going to be cranking out. There's always going to be something new in terms of the anime space. The only thing is that once those mangaka hit it big, that's the thing that they're known for. They can't do anything else.
Right.
Even Akira can't escape from Dragon Ball. That's why we have them as children again, so that he can write more stuff for them to grow up. But we're always gonna get stuff.
Unless if you're writing for seinen, though, because sometimes when you're writing for seinen, for instance, when we're talking about Pluto and Naoki Urasawa, I mean, he's done 20th Century Boys, he's done Monster, he's done.
Yeah, but I'm saying, have those things competed with a thing like Batman? Because Naruto has competed with Batman. One Piece has competed with Spider-Man and all of those things in household. And it's got like movies and it's got live action adaptations now. They're gonna look at maybe doing a theater production. I know there was a theater production for Naruto. So it's just like with manga, you always get more content, but it's always going to be tougher on the creators. Whereas with comic books, Western comic books, a writer, if they can secure themselves a position in Batman, they can springboard off of that to fund other projects. And that's like much easier down that pipeline.
That's true.
I agree. And
look,
you said something.
No, I want to just say I agree with that. I just wanted to run through quickly. There's a thought that came up. Oh, I was saying, I feel so sorry for the creator of Attack on Titan because it's done now. I was like, what you gonna do now, sweetie?
Yeah, apparently he had a lot of health issues writing that thing, which I'm like, yeesh,
I don't. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. You said you wanted to do the whole Attack on Titan review.
Sorry, Pilla, you were saying something?
No, I mean, it's just more about the whole Netflix anime relationship thing. I mean, it's not necessarily, I don't want to make it sound like this show is an example of what Netflix is doing wrong to kill anime. But I think it's more about the pipeline and what they do with the IP once they have it. Because, I mean, look at something like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Look at, you know what I mean? Like, it's got a sour taste in its mouth now. And then...
Aren't you excited
look at
for
Death
Yu Yu
Note.
Hakusho?
I just want to say something.
Look, I like that. That looked cool, but that's not like. But there's a difference between the adaptation of Yu Yu Hakusho and what they did to Death Note and Cowboy Bebop. Very different. Very different. But
I heard they did a decent job with.
We should review that live action. I wanna have a discussion on that once it drops.
I heard they did a good job with One Piece though, didn't they?
I'm watching it, and honestly speaking, for me it feels like Cowboy Bebop. I don't know. I'm just being honest. I don't.
No, but here's the thing that annoys me the most is there's this trend now that Netflix is doing where they want to take Western media and give it an anime treatment. So like we're getting a Terminator anime. We're getting John Wick anime.
Star Wars.
Star Wars has already happened, the anime Vision. I mean, Star Wars Visions. But like, there's going to be a whole lot
which I didn't watch. Come at me.
I don't know.
And I feel like that's eventually going to be the Netflix template for anime, where it's going to be like, let's take our stuff, give it the anime treatment, because this is how to get people to watch adult animation, basically.
What's Netflix, period? Tell me, apart from any of these things we've discussed, the Cowboy Bebops, the One Pieces, the Death Notes, anything, have you actually went to say, there's something new that came out on Netflix, let me go check it out?
But like, you know what I will say, Pilla, is that I think Blue-Eyed Samurai is a great example of how to do that without trying to milk an IP. I think once they try to milk IP, that's when we can literally say they're destroying Like it will be that thing when you associate Netflix, like maybe the video essay should be how Netflix killed anime on Netflix. I feel like that would probably be the title, because then people are going to be like, no, I see what you're doing when you're just trying to animeify everything. And it's just like, I don't go to those particular IPs for that. However, if we look at Blue-Eyed Samurai, which again, as I said, the action sequences are very much as they've got the Japanese kung fu sword slicing stuff going on, it's very westernized in the way they pace the action and all of that stuff, and the camera angles and camera movements. Because like with anime, if you look at something like Naruto versus Sasuke, they've got sweeping camera angles, the camera's up, the camera's down, it's at the bottom and all of that stuff. Whereas this one, it's kind of moving like it's doing that 360 thing where you get to see it like it turns, and sometimes the camera will go up, but it doesn't do like all of those sweeping motions that Sakuga does when you know that high res animation thing is going on. But because the action is staged and paced pretty well as well, I think if they followed this model and maybe made the storytelling a little bit tighter and used new IP for the model, like used IP that like don't touch
like this
old IP. Yeah. Don't touch old IP. Don't start, Terminator, leave it alone. In fact, if you're going to do Terminator, make sure it's somewhere removed from the Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff.
Oh, just let it die. Oh my God, let Terminator go.
I'm saying there's stuff to mine there if you want to, but I'm just saying if you're doing the typical Hollywood thing, which is let's chug in this formula and this worked before, let's try it again, but with this new slap of paint, it's going to flop very hard. Right. So I think if they do stuff like this, anime on Netflix will be okay if they do more stuff like that.
Can I just say why I agree with Park? Like, if you look at, because I'm thinking about Pluto as you're speaking, right? Pluto is based on Astro Boy, right? And as a specific chapter called The Greatest Robot on Earth. So Naoki Urasawa took that, but then gave it a more serious tone to the thing, right? So if you do something like that, where it doesn't feel like you're purposely trying to milk existing IP, but you're sort of trying to expand on a story that should have been explored more and still give it the respect that it deserves, that could work. But if you're doing it for the sake of selling merchandise and just, giving us whatever you think we're going to like, even though we're not going to like it, some lazy writing, then it's not going to work.
Okay.
With
go ahead.
With that said, Stranger Things, the anime, coming soon. They haven't announced it, but I'm just saying, I know.
No, if they do that, they really would have ruined it. Like, I wouldn't want to watch anything Netflix anime if they do something like that.
My argument is that they should stick to creating something new. Don't take existing IPs and try and animify it. That's my big issue.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, for heaven's sake, Terminator's dead. Let it rest. What's next? Going to be a Predator anime. It's going to be a It anime. We're going to see Pennywise, the anime version. You're going to see.
Tabelo, I actually want to ask you something. Hi. What is up with Hollywood? And there's so many franchises where the entire lesson of the franchise is stop bringing back dead things, but they keep using those franchises like Jurassic Park. The whole let it die.
No, you see, the other thing is though,
Terminator's like, yo, I must die. Don't bring me back. I must die. And they're like,
the box office says otherwise.
Yeah,
the box office says, and like, look, the thing is that the way Hollywood runs, right? And from what I can tell with the executives, is that everybody is just like, we need something that brings in lots of money. We need blockbusters that do big numbers. Every time they try to do a new blockbuster, usually that thing does not work, because the thing is, it's about like that instant result. Right. Whereas people kind of forget that the formula is to build up movies.
Numbers game, yeah.
Like, for example, Iron Man 1 did not make the money that it should have made to justify a sequel. But somebody said, okay, we can nurture this, because there was a creative team behind it that actually saw where this story was going to end up, and they managed to keep getting it funded. That's supposed to be the trick to it. But
Yeah.
now, because they're saying we don't have instant hits, there's no movies that are doing instant. There's no movies that are bringing us a billion.
The Marvels.
There's no movies that are bringing us.
I don't know why you're coughing in your own channel. It's not like someone's going to feature you. It's like, you know.
No, but we should not take a victory lap on that because it's gonna come across a type of way. What our criticism against it is because it's trying to necessitate or resuscitate a franchise that's dead, not
And it's
an
trying
attack.
to use something popular to do it. Like that's the issue. Like
Yes.
if you're trying to use something popular to sell something old, because that's the thing I think a lot of people are falling into. I mean, it's happening with anime. Like if you look at it, a lot of anime looks the same. A lot of anime has like the same styling, the same look of character, and all of that stuff. So it's happening there. But like if you take it to Hollywood, they're just going to try and mass crank out.
But also, I think what used to work back then was they used to rely on the star, the Hollywood star to sell
Yeah,
you.
I wanted to get to that. Let me explain. What the biggest shift that's happened now is that people are focused. People think the IP generates the funding instead of the creative potential behind it. We came from a generation where people were going crazy for movies like the blockbusters was what is Spielberg making? What is Alfred
Right.
Hitchcock making?
Right. Right.
Mm.
Oh no.
Ish.
It's more Iron Man instead of, and we do see a few geniuses trying to do that thing like as much as I can criticize him. What's his name?
Tarantino.
The one from Kill Bill.
Oh, Tarantino.
There's still names that are still, and he makes a new story. So some of the things may seem a little formulaic. A revenge story, you're killing Nazis. It's a revenge story about Nazis. It's a revenge story against those racist motherfuckers in America. It's a revenge story against an assassin. Yeah, we may see a little bit of a formula, but it's a different story. It's enough, and because we know the potential of the guy creating it, it does sell. It does make sales.
But
Now,
like that's what I'm saying. That speaks to the executives because the executives know Quentin has a name. And I
Yeah.
think the problem is that the executives need to be more IP orientated. Like if you start basing it around a name, that's when it becomes difficult for guys like us to get into the industry. Whereas if the idea can sell itself, I think we'll be able to see more creatives, like stuff like Blue Eyed Samurai, right?
I get
Which we should
that.
probably get to.
Yeah.
I get that. What I wanted to say is that they invest, these executives that you speak of should then spend more time trying to look for new talent, and the only way they can do that is by giving them a space to express themselves. Right now, it's all locked in quote unquote Marvel Terminator. Um,
It'll break though. Like especially if Marvel keeps doing what they'll do, it'll break though because that's the great equalizer of the internet. All it takes is one Kickstarter and the whole thing will change the game forever. All it takes is one project on YouTube that and they'll try to want to gobble it up and all of that stuff. But if the creator says no and he manages to find a sustainable audience and create a website for himself, that'll change the whole game.
You know, now that you're speaking like this, I've heard about Final Space. You know that cartoon called Final Space? I think it's on Netflix. I think that guy got screwed over. I think he was trying to do something like that, then his show got picked up, and
Yeah, no, a lot of creatives are not wanting to sell their stuff to Netflix because of stuff like that. So, like, that's
Anyway,
what I'm saying. Anyway, back to Blue Eyed Samurai.
this is the biggest tangent we've ever done so far.
No, but I think
Is
I think it was necessary though. I think it's a conversation that we need to have.
Yeah.
Regarding this IP, which is, I mean, it's still fresh, it's still new,
Okay.
but I think Pilar's prediction of what might happen. I mean,
No,
video
I'm not
essays,
saying he's wrong. It can definitely happen. It can.
Well-
We'll definitely end up seeing a Terminator with slanted eyes and
wow.
Wow.
Skynet or Disca.
I'm gonna cancel someone, cancel him, ne? Not the
Oh
other
no,
three.
you're roti
That's this guy.
800.
Cancel who? Cancel who?
Buckmeister, not us.
Look at Mizu's eyes. They slanted. It's the style. It's not me. How?
But
Anyway.
anyway,
Okay, so have you spoke? Okay, one of the back to the original storylines. One of the things I noticed which is a very from my observations, it's a very Eastern, yeah, even Afro Samurai type of thing. Is that every episode, every flashback is relevant to what's happening on the current episode.
Yeah.
So
They do a lot of that.
yeah, so you see in the first episode, she has a flashback about that asteroid that collides, and she was being bullied by these kids being kids and shit like that, and then only to turn out that later on the same kid was bullying her
Yeah.
was basically this. It was basically the guy who's supposed to go get married.
That's some anime influence for you right
And
there.
then I was
The
like,
guy's like
oh,
Sasuke now. He's the rival, is he not?
I'm sorry. Big ups to her restraint. The moment I just said, "Oh, you've leveled up in life. Do you remember me? Oh, you don't. Do you remember me now?"
It seems like you want to say something, Pila.
No, sorry.
Sorry. Okay.
So yeah, and then in this episode we learn about the broken sword.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I'm also curious to find out what happened to the sword, the blacksmith, because I mean I do get that she's on her own path now, and we did see her actually leaving
I'm very
the sword and everything.
if it's gonna go with the same Eastern writing. I have no hopes for this the blacksmith survival. One way or another, something terrible is going to happen. He's going to like give her the final lesson, like, kid, let go of revenge, go live your life. Don't let your hatred make the metal impure. Blah blah blah,
Yeah, no, wrong person.
or something like that. And then
Miku
either
is the only one where talk no jutsu would not work on her.
it would
Naruto
never.
would quit.
Yeah.
Naruto would give
No,
up.
no.
Be
The
like,
only
there's no
time,
saving this one.
no, the only time the thing about talk no jutsu, why it works in so many times in Naruto is that Naruto first kicks your ass to within
Yeah.
an inch of your life,
The
and
submission.
then talks. If
Then
you
talks.
talk no jutsu before the ass whooping, it
Yeah.
doesn't work. It's a blah, 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 blah. And they're like, how could you beat me like this? I'm like you. I'm an orphan like you. This. You could have been something better. And then
Oh, so you'd have to beat her up first. Okay.
yeah, you'd have to
No,
beat
but
it.
they beat her up plenty in this series, and she's still like, nah, forget that.
But do they talk to her afterwards? Do they say, okay, listen here?
Yeah, but you guys are right. She's definitely a hothead. The way she got to that dojo and started just
But the
getting
dojo was
smack.
was
like
hella
the other thing,
disrespectful.
no, the dojo was hella disrespectful. But
Yeah.
you also have to think about it from like their perspective. She just came in and started whooping all of their students, making their school look inept.
No,
It was just like,
no. Let me give you context. She walked in. Can I speak to your master? The master ain't got time for listening to messengers with what.
Yeah.
Who are you?
They deserve some of
They're
that.
like, no. Then I'm afraid I have to tell this person to myself. You impertinent little child. Get out. Oh wait. What the
You
rules
have
of
to give me some
hospitality?
food or something.
But like, fine, then feed her, then kick her out. And then I was like, I was waiting for the moment. I was thinking she was gonna show the demonstration of her skill right then. But once again, for a hothead, she showed a little bit of restraint. Like, you know what?
That's
Let
why.
me eat. Let me
Yeah.
just. That's one of those moments where you snap to the point where you take a deep breath. You know that. I don't know if it's ever happened where you just see that the character go like.
You're too pissed off, man. It's like Kevin Hart makes this joke that sometimes you're so pissed off that words don't even come out.
Yeah, let me just eat. And
No,
then
I'm saying the thing that where she went overboard, not overboard. I don't think she went overboard, but I'm saying the thing is the information that she was seeking. If she wrecked everybody in the dojo, I don't think she was gonna get it. Like the fact that she the fact that she went and she just waylaid everybody. I was like, didn't you have like some sort of plan before you got here? No, her plan was they're gonna answer me or I'm gonna kick their ass, and I'm like that's not a long term.
And that right there is the embodiment of the samurai spirit.
Yeah, the
Right
samurai
there,
spirit,
they
sure,
do-
but I'm
what-
saying it's not something that's long term. Like for this thing that you're trying to achieve that has so many levels in the political spectrum.
Short, quickly. I got time. do you see? Do you? I have this one lifetime to get my revenge. I ain't got time to go think of strategies and tactics and puzzles to speak to you. I need an answer.
Fuck
So
armor
I'll
go.
It does make
Yes.
the show more interesting because it adds, because she's pretty much her own worst enemy because she keeps
is.
creating more enemies
Yeah.
the closer she gets because her own
Like that's the thing. She's
strategy is
not
horrible.
diplomatic.
Yeah, she
not
acts now and
diplomatic
thinks
at all.
later. And I think if she did not get some form of mercy, okay, clearly she was wearing weighted clothing, which is something.
How funny was that?
I was like,
All we
oh.
were waiting for is that we were waiting for that moment where she drops the weights and everybody's like,
It was giving. For me, it was giving. It doesn't giving. It was giving.
Naruto.
no, it was Rock Lee. No, we needed a guy in the background. Mizu, let the power of youth explode.
You know.
They even played the Kill Bill theme while it was happening. I was like, this is wild.
Yeah,
I was
dun,
like,
dun, dun. I was like,
yeah.
I'm like, aye, man, what's happening here?
but, I also appreciate it. Got back to the origins of of samurai type manga. Sometimes I not too like I'm the biggest Bleach fan and everything like that, but you know.
Ish. Yeah, something.
He's becoming an
I
Onryu.
just watch people chop each other to bits and pieces, and I enjoyed that.
Sorry,
Sorry,
please
say it
repeat
again.
that. You were breaking up for a second. I don't
Was
know.
that one?
Yeah, you're still on. You're on.
You became an Onryu.
This can only be the work of Elon-san.
Yeah.
Elon-san.
Elon-san. What do you want? What is it you want?
Mascudono.
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong genre.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to say it gave me a hint of one of the animes that I first got into was Rurouni Kenshin. For as controversial as it is, it still has my heart, and I got a feeling of that, especially back in the whole Kenshin wandering days instead of just like he found his own home.
Yes, like the Kyoto arc, for instance.
Yeah, the Kyoto arc. I really enjoyed.
I must actually rewatch Kenshin. One thing I'll also give this series is that it does the girl power thing a lot, but it's not annoying.
Right.
Like it's not in like I mean a lot of the men in this series suck. It's just apparently that's the way Japan was, and apparently it's pretty accurate. But like, and there's not to say that every character, the main characters that we spend with your Taigen, your Ringo, and the blind dude. They're great. They're decent human beings. Any man that's not them, don't expect too much.
Like, guys, who's the guy who is like there's this big guy, right? Who's talking to this thin guy who's sort of like talking to the lady that's supposed to get married. What's his story, that guy? He was talking about, what were they talking about? I think
you gotta watch it.
An episode.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
In episode 2, the big guy.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the girl's father or the girl?
Is it the girl's father?
The one who she kept on bowing towards and asking her, and then he was busy comparing her to a pig.
Basically, this guy was talking to another man who was thin, but they were talking about. I think they were talking about that she needs to get someone else or something like that. I just don't remember how it was going, but it's
but I think you're talking about Akemi's dad. I think you're talking about
that's the dad.
That's the dad, like the guy with the baby, and the baby was throwing stuff around, and it was like he's going to be a great shogun. He can do whatever he wants, and I'm just like, what was going on in Japan?
No, he has a daimyo. He was definitely not a shogun.
Oh, daimyo, yeah. I'm saying he was acting like a shogun or whatever, but apparently that's how all the Japanese lords act. Like between this and Ghost of Tsushima, I was like, Japan was at a bad time. Like this was wild.
Just a quick one, guys. When did Japan start forming the Shitsungumi? Was it during this time, or was it during the Edo period?
That was after the Edo period.
Okay.
Because then came the why do I know about Japanese history?
Hey, yo!
Kenshin, bro.
Kala-sama.
Oh, yeah, Kenshin. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay. So after the Edo period, an American warship came and terrorized Japan and told them that you're going to trade with us or else we're going to make you trade with us. And long story short, it formed a clan of people who wanted to revolutionize Japan and take a power away from the shogunate and put it back in the emperor's hand. So that was called the Meiji Restoration, and
Oh, the
that
Meiji
period,
era, yes, the Meiji era. Mm.
that whole revolution, the Bakufuku of that period of time, that's where the Shishingubi came around. The Shishingubi are basically the police of Kyoto. People
Yes.
think they're like the pure. They're the Kyoto Police Department squad. They kept all the fighting to. They were supposed to keep the fighting to a respectable level, but
They became the Gote 13.
That's
That-
another thing I gotta
Attention.
ask. Why do these people do each other in the street? Like what?
Oh no! You see, that's the thing you learn about Japan. If you find outside, it was more convenient, yes, because you can use your long sword, the katana. But trust me, if they were trying to assassinate you, they'll assassinate you right there in the bathroom.
But I'm
It's
saying,
okay.
like, it's not a duel. Like, okay, you got me, good game, we go home. It's
No.
like your life must end today. What?
Yes. You see this blade? It has been forged to take your life this day. Make peace with your ancestors.
I'm just saying. Just imagine we were walking around with guns and we were just like, we have to duel today.
Can I ask you guys something? It might actually be pretty fun to ask you the same thing when you finish the show. But if you could give this show a 1 out of 10, what would it be?
Right.
Depending on what you've
As
seen
a
so
whole?
far.
Episodes or the.
I don't.
Just
I
what
don't
you've
want to rate it.
seen.
I don't want to rate it now because I finished it and I don't want to like
Oh.
taint your guys' like thoughts on
That's
the
what
show.
I'm saying maybe the episodes because.
Okay, well,
it's too early.
Okay, episode 1.
Okay, if we're gonna rate episode 1, I would give it a 7. 7.5.
yeah,
That's the-
I would have given it a higher ranking, but I'll give it a solid 7. The
Yeah,
things that
7.5. Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with
No,
you.
I mean like it's a good introduction. We get a lot of character with Mizu, but we don't get a lot of scope of what she's going after. And I think one thing that this show kind of suffers from is that it lacks a bit of narrative focus. Like
Yeah, it lacks momentum sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, but I'm saying like I think the momentum drops
me-
because they don't focus Mizu up. I think like they don't bring it together. It doesn't coalesce.
I won't lie. The thing that takes away points from me is that it's just too Game of Thronesy. All these boobs and all these dicks flying all over the place. I just like, no, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like that scene where the chef, I think Mizu paid for that guy to have sex with.
Yeah,
For 3 days.
Was a virgin, yeah. To get rid of him, right?
Yes, it's like
Yeah.
you must. Here it's soft. You can put, but you can be hard and you be rough on it. It's like at that moment I was like, next. I ain't gonna fuck you. enough. And then later on, we see the girl
but
who was
there's a
in love
lot of
with the.
LGBTQ representation up in here. We get to see how the Japanese got down, and apparently any hole was a hole.
What? Which LGBT word? What? Where? Who? What?
Trust me.
It happens later.
I hope not. Anyway.
Even the villain gets in on some of it, and I was like, "Oof."
Ew. You see, that's my response right there. Ew. So then later on,
I didn't want to yuck his yum, but I was just like, bro, that's a lot going on right now in my face.
and then there's the whole scene where she's trying to console this guy from losing his hair, and round 2, like. Then it went. The whole town strips naked at the end of the episode.
What the hell?
Yeah. Look, the show does a good job at juggling comedy,
and you just see
action,
everyone.
drama.
I like.
And I think
I don't know. They kind of shunt all the comedy to like 1 or 2
Okay.
characters.
Mm.
Like, I think that's the thing that also makes it Western is that in anime, characters slide in and out.
Yeah.
of,
even
like,
villains, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes when you watch Bleach, you're like, wait, aren't I supposed to hate this guy? Why is he so funny? Like, you know what I mean?
Like,
Because sometimes you start wondering whether these people are gonna
like Mayuri. Like Mayuri
Oh, okay,
presents
no,
as a
okay,
villain,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you enjoy him so much, and he also is genuinely funny. I mean,
I was about to take personal offense to thinking you found Eisen funny. I was like,
No, not Aizen, but like when you think about Stark, for instance, when Stark was interacting with that girl, It felt like Urahara or Shinji and that girl from the Vizards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, also another example of this is a perfect example is when Frieza is fighting when Frieza's
Goku.
fighting Goku and Goku bites Frieza's tail and Frieza has a comedic reaction
Oh,
to
but
his
you
tail
move
getting
and
bit.
doing those that
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they bite each other,
Yeah,
even in that
Washington.
fight, it's like clock one.
Okay, now that you're right. Everybody
Like
has their
everybody
designated
is,
role.
yeah, they're types. I mean, Mizu is a type, Ringo is a type, the villain is a type.
Right.
The thing is, they give Mizu personality and they give her, character and everything, but it doesn't expand beyond the border of what it's supposed to expand beyond. And I mean, swings and roundabouts. It's the way it's supposed to be.
Hey,
But like
she's
in
way better than Ahsoka or Sabine. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No, because she actually has emotions and
Right.
and she actually, actually reacts to things and she actually reflects on things, even though she doesn't change her tactics after she reflects. But anyway.
Did we do a Star Wars tier list? We need to do that, even though I know I'm gonna lose.
I was thinking about that actually.
We need to do a Star Wars tier list.
I don't know. How much stuff have I watched? Good God.
Maybe we should, because I think it's gonna be a while until they release new Star Wars content. So maybe it's a good idea.
I think the biggest fights are gonna have is what? Okay, I know my favorite.
The first 6 is gonna be tough.
The last 3 are going to be tough because someone is going to be arguing that the
Last Jedi
the Last Jedi needs to be given
high.
a little more respect.
I know I'm outgunned here. I know I'm outgunned. At least they're good. Come on, they're good.
But is it gonna stop you from trying?
But Pillar, what's your catchphrase? What was it? It was set up.
Oh, set up.
Yeah.
No, you know what? You got
Development.
me there. You got me there.
Yeah. So I'm just like
Set up, development, and payoff. No, you're right. The last Jedi threw that out the window.
So that's why I'm kind of like, I'm surprised you're defending it, because the things you have torn to shreds, my guy, on this podcast.
Hey.
No, this is the thing. I feel like the last Jedi, the last half an hour was a different movie. That was the beginning of the Rise of Skywalker. That last half hour.
For us to do a Star Wars tier list, we need to have like a proper therapy session. We need to have our comfort foods nearby. We need to, we will end up depressed if we.
I think we also need a guest there so that we can, someone who can say, guys, whoa, wait, you know what I mean?
No, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's come back. Let's come back.
Coming back to Blue-Eyed Samurai. Yeah, I think these first 2 episodes are a good. I mean, okay, anybody that's looking for a realistic samurai, not it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Forget it.
In the last episode, she literally does a balancing act with one hand and then backflips mid-air.
Yeah, sure. Like, when she jumped off the cliff, I was like, yo.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, there's so much for physics.
Also, does nobody believe in arrows on throwing spears or anything in the show?
No, this is the land of the samurai, my guy.
No, but even then, there's a reason why the arquebus was highly sought after. They don't shoot your ass. The sword was like the absolute last thing. Okay, I'm talking about historical perspective here.
Yeah.
You do get, not to spoil anything, but arrows do feature. So you'll get some arrows.
I like the fact that, she didn't want an apprentice, but then she realized this apprentice can be of value because he is in fact a dude. He does have a past, which brings me to my next question.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't she just kill someone and take his past in the first place?
Who would she kill? It would be a civilian. Mizu's not. It's the character, the way the character presents, right? She's not a person. If you're not involved in her vengeance, if you're not directly the cause of her issues, she's not going to deal with you. It's not like samurai. Afro samurai will kill anybody. Yeah. Doesn't matter. In fact, in the movie, he killed that DJ just because he got that DJ killed because the DJ was a good distraction.
Yeah, like, bitch, come here. Come.
But like,
Mizu doesn't do that.
If you get in her way, she will deal with you. Like in the dojo, she didn't have to like take people's teeth out and break their arms and stuff. But
that was her being nice. That was her.
Yes.
That was her. That was her giving a warning.
Yes.
Because they were just there. It was not that they were in her way. But if you make yourself an obstacle, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, fine then. I'll relent
They couldn't
because
make
I was
her a
thinking.
monster. They couldn't. If she did that, she would be irredeemable at this point.
But she's a demon of vengeance, and more often than not, demons of vengeance do monstrous things to get their way.
No, I mean you'll see some stuff that she does later where you're just like, are you the good guy here? I don't know. But they
Do you
still
think she's
need
an anti-hero?
No,
Definitely.
no,
It's all about her, right?
No. The thing is, it's all about her, yes, but she still does some things where it is quote unquote heroic. There's a she's
Like
the
that guy,
she's the hero that goes too far. That's basically what they're trying to do.
I think she's an anti-hero. I think she makes decisions that are morally corrupt.
Yeah, because and
there's a lot of collateral damage.
Okay, I mean, actually, I wanna we gotta talk about that.
You've seen the whole thing. You've seen the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, from what I've
okay, sorry, go ahead.
From what I've seen so far, yes, she does portray. I sense a lot of anti-hero in her. I mean, the things that show that there is a moral compass inside her is the fact that she did give that lady that gold pendant that was stuck outside of the gates because she was starving to death. Basically, now she couldn't go into the city, she couldn't sell her wares, she couldn't trade. So she gave her some money. The thing that shows that
the chef as well. The chef, she saved the chef, right?
Yeah.
Technically,
yeah. But the thing that shows that she's still an asshole about it is like, instead of just throwing the coin next to these people who are shivering, how sure are you this woman's gonna wake up and notice that there's a gold coin next to her? She could be shivering the whole night and she wouldn't notice. I would have been like, woman, wake up. Here, take this.
Okay, wait. Hey, I have a question for you, Buckmaster. Who's the quintessential example of an anti-hero? Then maybe we can all kind of be on the same
quintessential example. I don't know. Deadpool's also been sliding towards hero. Punisher. Definition.
Itachi! Uchiha!
I don't know.
Not doing that.
Punisher is a good one.
We'll debate Itachi when we get to Naruto. And I'm team Itachi. I'm going to explain why.
Okay.
There's a wild take about Itachi.
We're gonna go Bankai at that moment. It's like you better have your blade. You better have trained for your Bankai this.
Oh no, I've got my summoning jutsu. I've got my Rinnegan. I've got my tailed fox beast. I'm going to explain.
I mean, the reason why. But it's fair to say the Punisher is an anti-hero because he does bad things for good reasons, right?
No, I think the thing is with the Punisher is that his actions sometimes lead to a good result. It's not that he's looking for a good result himself. It's not that he's doing something bad for good reasons. That's not he can't deal with his compulsion, so he ends up taking it out on people who can fight back. That's basically what happened. It just happened to be the mafia. There's another what if else world story where
Red Hood is an anti-hero?
No, Red Hood's a hero. But getting to it.
No, at the beginning.
No, he's still a hero now. If you look at the stuff that he does.
He was a villain at the beginning. Like he was.
Nah, he was an anti-hero in the beginning.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. At the beginning, Red Hood was like, because the whole decapitating the second in command thing, guys. I'm sorry.
Is that a villain thing? I would say he's more of a villain because.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that's textbook anti-hero work.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wolverine's done similar stuff, and he's a hero. But getting back to it, with
to
the
send
Punisher,
a message, decapitating people.
Well, I mean, because
and then logging into the quote unquote Zoom meeting and showing them all their heads. Hi.
Well, T'Challa's also done similar stuff. So, and he's a hero.
I think I'm with Buckmeister on this one.
But
if you really think about it.
But getting back to it, like the Punisher, right? There's a what if else world story where it was superheroes in a large battle that his family died in as a result. So in that world, what he does is he dedicates his whole life to killing every superhero in the universe. And then it ends with him killing himself. So, like, Punisher, the only thing is it just happened to be the mafia that killed his family. I mean, there's also that story of, I think it was Reborn or whatever, Punisher Reborn, where he's in war in Vietnam And basically, he was doing everything he could to prolong the war.
Wow.
And there was this one chick who was getting assaulted, and basically the way he saved her is he put a bullet in her head. So like Castle is more about himself, and then people benefit as a result. He can be a hero. They can find something within him. Like
But
because
isn't the point of him punishing more based on him punishing people who are doing bad? Is that for himself?
no, it's for himself. It's because Castle himself, he was addicted to war. He's addicted to
Like
fighting.
he's trigger happy.
Yeah.
So,
And like his family, they in the comic books now, they kind of presented his family as an excuse.
Oh,
so,
okay.
so the same thing can be said about Moon Knight then.
No, Moon Knight doesn't kill people the way Castle does. And also he has acted heroically and been part of the Avengers, and he saved this one vampire girl from being killed by Blade or Punisher because she was innocent.
Then could we not say Mizu is an anti-hero because her goal is pursuit of her own selfish desires,
No,
and not to help society?
That's all.
There's that, but the thing is that Punisher won't stop for nobody. She in the story she has stopped 4 people, and also she has she's also done things where it would impede her chances of getting her revenge. And because she's done something where she's been honor bound, even though she's not a person of honor and all of that stuff. She
You know
does
what?
things throughout the story.
You know what? I see
can't-
the problem here. We haven't all watched this
We haven't seen the whole
show.
thing. Let's see the whole
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and then we'll come back to the conclusions.
No,
No, but I'm just saying, like, if we get to
It's more
if-
holistic than ours.
yeah, I guess so. But I mean, I'm just saying also in the episodes that we're leading up to, she's teetering on the line between that would be the perfect thing. She's teetering on the line between hero and anti-hero. Because the minute she does make a decision, damn whoever gets in her way or whatever, but she still does have a heart. She's still human in some aspect or whatever.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. I mean, you guys will let us know in the comments because
Yeah.
it's a bit
I mean,
tricky.
it's a bit tricky because I think that's the thing. They're trying to, I think, and also that's kind of the thing that's supposed to make her an interesting character, where I said she's oscillating between Samurai Jack and Afro Samurai. In that, she'll do something for her own personal gain, but she will also actively take part in helping somebody that she's indebted to.
Right. I hear you. I mean, I guess you could also say something similar to Black Adam in the movie, though, not in the comic.
But let's not talk about that.
What? Did they make a Black Adam movie? Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Who started it? I certainly hope it doesn't sound like somebody from the WWE or something stupid like that. Maybe they got. I think they'll get somebody who understands the nuances of that character very intimately and try to bring to life. Who did they choose, Mr. Extraordin?
They say that
I have never heard of
They say,
is he a good actor?
they say Patrick Star lives under a rock, so
Yeah.
a hint right there for you. But yeah, man. Thanks for the recommendation. I think it's a good series.
Well, I'm interested to see how you guys feel about it afterwards. I don't know.
Well, apart from me fast forwarding through the whole nudity stuff, I actually am enjoying it. So that I can concede. So it's that I can't wait to get into the other one that you mentioned. Pluto. I can't wait to get into Pluto. Yeah. So
just a quick question. I know this is a tangent as well, but do you guys want us to finish this first, then do Pluto, or should we sort of?
Okay.
I don't know. It's your show, man. For me, I want to finish Pluto, so that's the next thing that I'm going to be binging. I think Pluto is going to be better than this. I just think the structure in Pluto is more solid than Blue-Eyed Samurai. But I do. I don't know. I could go either way. Honestly.
Okay, let's do Pluto next then. The first 2 episodes of Pluto next.
Maybe then it also gives everybody a chance to catch up on Blue-Eyed Samurai, because I think the way our schedules are set up and all of that stuff. But yeah, I don't know, the anti-hero, maybe I have to rewatch Blue-Eyed Samurai a little bit. I don't know. I didn't get an anti-hero feeling. I got her on the edge of it type of thing.
But you see, your the other thing you take away is that your viewpoint of a hero is also very heavily influenced by T'Challa. T'Challa is a hero through and through, but he does things that are can be considered morally reprehensible by the normal vanilla hero type. So
Yeah,
you
he's
have to
not a
take
Boy
into that-
Scout.
No,
He's not
I
a boy-
mean, no, he is. T'Challa is. He's a Boy Scout that can kill people. It's the same way as Captain America. So it's not. I think it's the thing of it's collateral damage. It's the thing of. I think it's the thing of collateral. Yeah.
Let me put it into this context. There's a part at the end of that the T'Challa animated series. They ask Shaw, "Tell me, do you have children?" And he says like, "No." Good. It spares me the chance. It spares me the spares me having to hunt them down and killing them too. Are you telling me that?
No, he would say I have to kill them too because what's going to happen is they're obviously going to come after T'Challa. That's usually how that works.
That is that something a hero
No,
would
but they
do?
step. They step.
A Boy
But I'm
Scout,
saying
or
it's
actually a
still
Boy
it's
Scout
still.
would do.
But I'm saying it's the thing of they step into Wakanda wanting revenge, so they know the score. That's the difference. And also, the law in Wakanda is different from the law in America.
That's my statement. That's he's a hero, but he's not a Boy Scout. That is not a Boy Scout statement that stands to take through.
Fair enough. Okay.
A Boy Scout would be like, "Don't worry, I'll make sure your family is taken care of." And I'm thinking, why?
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, well, that's Blue-Eyed Samurai, guys.
That's Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Episode 1 and
So
2.
far, guys, watch it. I think it's worth your time. That's all I can say. It's worth your time.
Yeah.
If you're not squeamish like me for the titties and boobs, two things that causes me to cringe when I watch anything is first, secondhand embarrassment is my ultimate weakness. I feel the embarrassment that you're feeling on the screen. It hurts. It physically hurts me. That's why sometimes I find myself covering my ears and going la 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 because it's too embarrassing. Two, anything to do with titties and boobs and nudity, I freak out.
What is the first one?
Secondhand embarrassment.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
That's why I struggle to watch comedy shows sometimes.
Yeah, I'll give this one a 7 out of 10. Mizu is a pretty good character. I just don't know how long they're going to be able to milk this for because
she's so well drawn. I just love the
no every design in this is phenomenal. Even the fangs. Even the fangs for the 5 minutes that they survive, which I won't lie, that kind of disappointed me a little bit. I was like, I thought you guys were at least gonna make it to the next episode, but she bodied you all in like 10 minutes. I don't know why they made
the Imakande were weak.
Yeah, I think one thing that when Pilo was saying that the show suffers from a lack of momentum, it's one of those things where they'll build up characters and then the characters don't live up to that potential. This does have that sometimes.
Oh.
So that's why I'm saying I think Pluto's going to be a better all-rounder, but like definitely don't sleep on this. Maybe they'll get some of those pacing issues sorted out in the next season because I can see this getting picked up for another season.
I know you guys are suffering from a whole lot of PTSD from Attack on Titan now. You just don't know what to do with your lives. Watch this. In 8 hours, you can numb the pain.
As one of those people, I feel you, bro.
You know, just
Pluto. Maybe Pluto might.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I'm not saying it will replace the hole in your heart because you have something to look forward to. I'm thinking it's just something that will just goes. It's just it's what's the word I'm looking for?
Are
it's
you
a
team
rebound
Aaron,
relationship.
Killer?
Of course not. He's a genocidal maniac.
I do
like
not
this
want
show.
anyone to compare Lelouch to this man in my. Okay, we'll get there. Well, let's leave it for the time.
do you guys have any final thoughts before we close up?
Good looking show. I love the voice acting. The voice acting is great. Great action. I just think some of the story could have been tighter written, but like all around, not a bad attempt. Especially if Netflix is trying to make their brand of anime. If they keep doing stuff like this, it might work out.
Yeah. So also good start. Please don't go the titties and boobs direction of HBO, and yeah, keep up the good work. So long as you keep it good, so long as you take heed to create something new instead of just regurgitate old stuff. Don't go whatever you do. Don't fulfill the prophecy of Pila. He doesn't want it to happen. He's just foreseen the future. It means we need to work towards avoiding it. All right, avoid the horrible prophecy.
He's the Flash from Batman versus Superman. Bruce.
Lewis. It was Lewis the whole time. What did he say?
She's the woman, Bruce.
Yeah.
Save
But
Lewis.
Lewis is the key.
She's
that-
the key.
Cowboy Bebop was the key.
It's that.
Oh god.
You know? No, I like to think of you as a Jedi. You know, you're just strong in the Force. You can foresee the future if you just tune yourself into the Force. You're like one of the light side Force users that I can honestly say that you. If you are in the Star Wars universe, you'd definitely be a light sided Jedi. Full stop.
Hey man, I see it for what it is, bro. That's it.
Exactly.
Really,
see
he
you,
feels
Obi-Wan.
like Sith
See
to
you.
me. He's got big Sith energy.
Yeah.
Man.
Wait,
Killer.
before we tangent again.
Okay, yeah,
good
let's
show, great visuals, generic storyline, but solid watch.
yeah. Yeah, before we tangent like that, like our last upload, the way we're dying up there, I just had to put the clip up.
Oh Lord.
Hey,
Mr.
think
Shreddon, last
Yeah.
words.
I think, like I said, I'm glad that they actually got Asian people to voice the characters, so
maybe
they
didn't
don't
get Scarlett.
they don't feel like caricatures of of these characters that have been created. So
Guys, Scarlett Johansson would have done a great job.
no.
Oh,
So,
god.
so I'm glad that they did that, but I just wish they had more characters. But maybe they might show it in the future. I don't know. Maybe I'm spoiled because of anime, but yeah, the world building. Maybe.
I think that's another thing that makes this Western is that they reduce the number of characters that you get from like a series or something. Like anime will give you there's positives and negatives. Sometimes you get too many characters. The one character you may like may be the character that gets no screen time type of thing.
Or gets
So
killed off quickly.
Yeah, so if you get one character and you like this character, you're likely going to see, or you get three characters and you like these three characters, you're likely going to see them, go forward and all of that stuff instead of in an ensemble cast.
That's true.
All right then.
All right. Wait, Pila you did mention a thought, right?
Yeah.
No, I did. But I mean, also just to harken back to what Mr. Extraordin said, you brought up Vinland Saga. This show is so similar to Vinland Saga, but Vinland Saga is well written.
Guys, please let's do a Vinland Saga in the future because I think you guys would love it, especially you, Mr. Khala. You would definitely. You'd definitely love it.
No,
All right then. All right then.
I mean, I finished it, so yeah, we can definitely talk about it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, guys.
All right.
So yeah, this is the episode of the Blue Eyed Samurai, episodes 1 and 2. Do let us know your thoughts on the whole series. Do let us know if there's anything that you guys.
No spoilers, please.
No spoilers. Please let us know if you disagree with us. If you agree with us, please let us know if.
Spoiler warning.
Oh yeah, spoilers for people.
Don't be
Wait.
be the thing that made. Don't be a thing that made color cringe in this show. That was flying at the screen all the time. Don't be one of those.
What's
Just
that?
be cool.
The penis.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't get it. Did you want to say something, Tabala?
I just wanted to say, yeah, guys, we should have left it for the beginning of the show. Spoiler warning for those who haven't watched it, okay?
Oh yeah, I think I'll do something like that.
Major spoilers. We just spoiled everything. Like we just came
Did
in.
we? I don't think we did.
I mean, about the four clans or something.
Yeah, but if you don't know anything about the Four Fangs and you don't know why they're chasing her, you won't get any context from the stuff we've said. And you also don't even know all of the characters that she meets throughout episode 1 and how she gets to where she is. Like we just talked about a dojo fight, and and we didn't even really explain how she's connected to Taigen exactly. So
it's but just in case, lawsuits are a thing in America, even though it's a South African channel.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't
Spoiler
think
warning.
anybody would get spoiled by this because we couldn't have a full-on spoiler discussion.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you actually.
Okay.
All right. Cool. All right, guys. So we'll definitely see you on the next one. This is Mr. Extraordin with Buckmeister, cool, Tebelo Khala and Pila.
Bye.
See you on the next one, guys. Cheers.
Peace.